Good afternoon.
Hi.
Mikel, have you got any fresh injury concerns after Tuesday?
No, everybody finished the game well, and nothing to add, I think.
Mikel Marino and Timber, of course, were missing. What chance either of them or both of them being available for the weekend?
No chance for the weekend.
Are you optimistic that before the end of the season you'll see them again?
I don't know. There's still a fair bit to do, so everything has to be so smooth and quick if they want to have a chance to play any minutes.
Before we get into West Ham, I just want to ask you about the Champions League finals. Paris Saint-Germain, now you know who your opponents will be. It was a semi-final, of course, last season. One of those what might have been moments for Arsenal. Has that lingered with you at all, and does it almost make it the perfect final for Arsenal?
It's what it is. We knew the level of the opposition that we had to face, either way, Bayern Munich or PSG. We know the quality that they have, and that's it. But obviously, we are as well very confident that when we get to that moment, we're going to deliver what we need to do.
Mikel, you said you'd never experienced anything like that atmosphere that you did on Tuesday. Can you put into words how powerful that emotion, that unity can be now for the final 4 games of this season?
Well, I would say crucial, immense, and needed, because what they can provide when we get the stadium into that emotional state, to that level of connection with the players, is just incredible. The players describe it; they are the most important ones, and they describe it like they never had that feeling before in the stadium, and they make them better.
With that atmosphere that was there, after the game and in the few days after it, the celebration police has been out. I don't know whether you're aware of this, that a lot of, in some quarters, some people have criticised how Arsenal celebrated at the end of the game. I was expecting this reaction. What do you make of that criticism? Do you care?
Well, first of all, I didn't know about it, but I don't know. I think you have to respect every opinion and place them where they belong.
Where do you place them?
Where they belong? I don't know. That's not important.
You said last week you've got siege mentality in your makeup. Has all of the noise, all the criticism just made you, the players, and even the fans stronger in their unity?
Yeah, but I'm assuming that criticism is positive and negative, yeah? I'm assuming. And when we talk about criticism, it's positive and negative. And that's what makes you better. I mean, that's when you want to set high standards and performance levels that can give you the chance to compete for the 2 most prestigious competitions probably in Europe. You have to be prepared for that, because you know the challenge, difficulty of it, and it does make you better, that's for certain.
I'm sure the mood around the training ground is bouncing just now after what happened on Tuesday. Have you had to do anything to refocus any of the players ahead of Sunday, or are they in autopilot and they know what's coming?
We talked immediately after the game, and this is great. What a moment! We earned it. We will have time to prepare and get ready for that final. But now the focus, the attention, the detail, the energy, everything has to be put into West Ham. There is nothing else there, and we made it very clear.
Just finally for me, Mikel, every week when I speak to you, it's one game less. You are so close now.
Thanks God, because if it's 1 game more...
You're so close now. 4 games from an extraordinary season, potentially an historic one, for something the club's never done before. What's your feeling and what's your messaging to the players and maybe the supporters as well?
Stay present, live the moment, prepare, and show the same level of energy, hunger and desire that we've shown all season, or more, because as you said, we are closer and closer, and everything that we do know is going to matter to win it or not.
Thank you.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Can I please ask you about Miles Kelly against Fulham with the first team? First time you started him in midfield, played well against Atletico as well. Can you talk us through the timing of the decision and how confident you had in him before those games, in this position?
I think it's been a process of probably understanding him better, him understanding as well the standards that are required when you play or don't play that much at this level, to understand the reasons why you play or not play as well. And then he's been exceptional. His attitude, the way he's been training, the way he's been supporting the boys when he hasn't played, and he's given us every sign to think that when we were going to give him the chance, he was going to respond in the manner that he's done it. But after he's done it, and it's not easy, especially when you haven't played that much, to look that fresh, that confidence, that energetic, that playing with that determination, it's something that is surprising.
Bukayo Saka scored a goal on Tuesday, and it hasn't been easy for him in terms of injuries. But in general, we worked with Bukayo for so many years. How enjoyable it's been to work with Bukayo, the player, and the human being?
A joy. I feel extremely lucky, I said it from the beginning, to find somebody at the club that you can lean into at any level, knowing that he's going to respond, knowing that his heart is in the right place, knowing that everything that he does comes beyond certain values, certain education, certain principles. It's been a joy. And on the human level, I think we know him, and in the football level, what he has provided to this club and what he did the other night is just remarkable.
Massive London derby this weekend. Is it fair to say that it's a game with big jeopardy for both sides?
Well, understanding the context of the game for both clubs, it's huge, obviously. So we know the importance of it. We know what we want and what we have to do to win the game.
Hi, Mikel. How are you?
Thank you.
This week couldn't have gone any better for you. Before you even played in the Champions League, Manchester City dropped points at Everton, then you qualified for the final. Just talk us through the emotions you've had maybe since then, from being on such an emotional high, or unless you're still on that emotional high.
I was in a really high emotional state after the game, obviously, because we know what it means to everybody, to the club. You could tell what it means to everybody, to our supporters, players, staff, straight after the game. But you have to believe me, straight after that, my concentration, my focus, my energy was, okay, West Ham, what do we have to do in the mental side, physically, tactically, technically, to prepare in the best possible way to go there and win the game. That's it.
But you're so close now. Can you not even allow yourself time to enjoy this final cruise at the end of the season?
I enjoy every day. I enjoy every day with the boys, with the staff. I love what I do, so I feel very privileged to what I do. I enjoy, but those periods are very short. I enjoy preparing a lot the game against West Ham now and understanding what we have to do, trying to pick the right topic, trying to understand very well our players, the situation that we want to generate in the game, how the game can pan out, how can we change it if we need to. So that's what I like.
For your group of players, the next 3 weeks could be life-changing. They win the Premier League and they win the Champions League. As a manager, is this bigger than anything you've encountered even in your playing days?
Yes, but that's if, and in football, if it doesn't work, we have to do it. What we're going to do today, what we've done today, that's a fact. That's the most important thing. And tomorrow we're going to have to do what it takes to be in the best mood, physically, mentally, to get ready for the battle that we have on Sunday.
Finally, the professionalism in your squad, I think, was summed up this week by Declan Rice. He put out some really nice words about his former club, who on Sunday you could help relegate to the Championship. I suppose that came as no surprise to you that the boy you picked up from West Ham has grown into a man here.
Yeah, well, he was already really well developed, I would say. But yeah, I mean, it's been outstanding for us. He's one of our leaders, one of the main players, without a doubt. And what he's doing for the club, for the team, is just really powerful.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
A couple of weeks ago, you said you worked on Victor Gyökeres's timing of runs into the box after he scores a couple of weeks ago. And the last week in particular, it looks like his hold-up play has really improved. Is that something you've worked on? Have you noticed that difference yourself?
Yeah, but from the beginning, I think some of the things that you see, certain improvements from players, probably the work is not being the day before, 2 days before. Maybe it's been done through months, and maybe months ago. But it doesn't happen overnight. And Victor has been working extremely hard. The level of demands that he put on himself are incredibly high. He always wants to learn. He's always asking questions. He always wants to do extra things. He's always trying to find ways to find those connections with his teammates, whether they are in the canteen, in the dressing room, or on the pitch. And at the end, when you have that kind of behavior, you get rewards.
And just about some of the big decisions that you've made this season, particularly in the run-in, put Eze back on the left wing at Man City, what was the biggest game of the season at that point, and then Miles Lewis-Skelly in the centre midfield, Fulham and Atletico. Was that always the plan? Why
No.
now? And is it something you'd learned from previous title runs?
No, I think there is something that is related to your intuition, and what the game is going to require, the state of the players, the way you can imagine the game, and where the players can have most impact. And then you can get it right or wrong. You never know. But if you do what you feel, at least you have the certainty that you've done the preparation, you've done the thinking, and when it comes time to deliver, that's something else.
James.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
It's been a while. Can I ask you about the 5-phase plan again?
Can we do that at the end of the season?
Could you just tell me what phase we're in now?
I don't know. I'm lost now. It doesn't matter the phase.
The only reason I keep bringing it up is because obviously a lot of managers go in with their blueprint, their vision for what they're going to do, and then they get sacked, things go wrong. But you seem to be 4 games from realising something you laid out 6 years ago.
Mm.
I mean, it's an incredible journey you're on the cusp of completing, isn't it?
Yes, but again, responding to that question, at the moment it doesn't matter. Let's live the present. When we have time, we can talk about that. If we got the timings right, every decision right, and the most important thing is, okay, what's the outcome when it comes to the end of May?
Okay, Art.
Hi, Mikel. Just in terms of David Raya, I think it's confirmed now he'd at least have a share of the Golden Glove for the 3rd season running, and this season it seems like a lot of his saves have come at big moments, so whether the game's 0-0 or maybe 1-0, and he's really sprung into action, been concentrated throughout the whole kind of game. In those moments, what is going through your head when he makes those saves, and is it something that surprises you every time, or are you kind of used to it now?
Well, first of all, obviously, he's been exceptional. His level of consistency since he joined the club has been something that probably nobody expected. Probably I didn't expect it. I think he has reached a level that it's incredibly high. And sometimes we take as normal some of the things that he does that they're not. But he has responded in crucial moments. Obviously, I think the team deserves a lot of credit for that as well, because the work that everybody puts in that phase for the 3rd consecutive season to achieve that, I think is remarkable.
And with Miles, you mentioned understanding him better, and you obviously spoke about that with Emirates Eze a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So with Miles, what things did you kind of, I guess, understand more with him as this season's gone on?
Because I need to put the Miles Lewis-Skelly hat to understanding how he's feeling. And it's a boy that he was playing with under 18s, 21, sometimes he wasn't even playing. He was playing a different position. He comes in, he comes through, he plays in a completely different position that he's never played before. He's exceptional. Everybody's talking about it. He goes to the national team. He comes back from pre-season and then starts to realize that maybe he's not going to be a starter. So you need to go through those emotions, not only you, but the people next to you as well, the people that are giving you advice. And you have to navigate through that. And that's not easy. I understand that. It's easy when it goes so well for you. When it goes the other way, the temptation is going to start to point to people. And I need to understand that. And I need to guide him. And I need to give him my perspective. the reasons why he wasn't playing that much, and he took it on board. Not the first one. After 3 or 4 times, I think he realized, okay, I think if it's not this way, I don't think it's going to happen.
Hi, Mikel. We often ask you about injuries throughout the previous few seasons and this season, but as we enter this final stage, only Mikel Merino has been out for a long time, and Durian with this muscular injury, the only ones for you missing, and you this time have Gabriel available. You have a centre forward available this season.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that for your team as it enters this final stage?
Very important. It was great to witness the quality that we had on the bench the other night. If you compare that to a year ago, that's a very different picture. We have managed in the last week or so as well to have some more players fresher, and you could sense that as well. And yeah, I said it from the beginning, that's the most important thing. If we have that, we have a bigger chance to achieve the goals.
And while it's really important to win, obviously, the Premier League games with that ultimate goal at the end, does it almost feel like for the players every game is almost an audition for the final, that they to get in your mind for that game?
I don't think they think like this because they know the audition is every single day in training and what they are doing and giving us the headache like they have been giving us all season, but especially the last few weeks as well. Okay, what is the best thing to start? What is the best thing to finish the game?
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Last few matches we've seen more of Ben and Bakay's relationship again on the right wing. How much of a strength is it to be able to play those two together again?
Yeah, well, when you talk about the right unit, for example, I think the amount of minutes that they've played this season has been extremely low for different circumstances. And it's great. They have a really good connection, really good understanding. They have played many years together, and you can sense and notice that in a really positive way.
And on Yuri, and I think at the time it was sort of hoped he'd only be out for a match or days. Has that just been a more complicated injury than expected?
Yes, and that's been probably the most difficult thing to manage with the player, with myself as well, because we didn't expect to take so long, and at the moment it's not fit to play.